Your name though.
You already know.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to KICKnology. I'm your boy Truth.
I'm so glad I was spared, like the very last pair. When you walk into the mall and you think they ain't there, so you say a little prayer. You don't wanna be so vain, but if I get them in my hands, I'll give them the best care. Introducing a fresh new brand, following the dreams. Faith, hard work, and dedication is the means. If they fresh out the box, then you gotta keep them clean. There's the knowledge in your walk when you step on the scene. KICKnology, ain't no apology. Don't make it hard, man. It ain't trigger number.
It's your boy Truth. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Rock what you like, not what's hype. Wash them hands, man, and remember, these shoes behind me, this shoe right here, are just bait. A way for me to share my faith. I'm gone.
You gotta be smart when you shop. Are you looking for authentic? If you aren't, then stop, cause you probably will regret it. We say no synthetic, no synthetic. If they ready, we'll let you know if you should go and get them. We got fat, we got you, never slack on the fruit. For OGs and the youth, you can kick it with us too. KICKnology.
All right, everybody. Hey, Tim, what you think about that?
We got commercials.
Tim, hey, man, hey, don't even stop, boy.
We paying bills now.
We gotta
Let's go to the commercial break.
Commercials. Wow. Okay.
Segments and stuff.
come up in here, boy. Hey, I did that for Tim Jones. Who?
Tim Jones.
You should have let me know if we was kicking freestyles or something. I mean,
That was
Hey,
that was
MOB.
Sayin on the. That was.
Hey, I got
Sayin
y'all
on the-
next week. We have to do it. We're gonna have to do a sports intro. I gotta do a sports intro.
MOB keep a fresh 16 bars on them.
all the time,
All right.
man.
Hey, what's
All
up,
the
my
time.
Kick Sick? We got people following in. We got 7 people already. For some reason, my comments are slow on StreamYard. So let me grab my phone so I can see the comments. What's up, my Kick Sick? Let me see. Let me pull up stream. What's going on, D Reed?
Oh,
Me
D.
get
Reed's in the
butt.
middle.
Hey, Reed.
Hey, my Kick Sick, D Reed. Y'all see who I got on here? Y'all see I got my dog Smooth 23 on here finally. Well, you can't see his name, but it's LBJ the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Tim and him gonna discuss that a little bit. All right, so all right, tonight we're gonna talk a little bit about some college football, the NBA. We're gonna talk about some beef that's going on, some entanglements in the NBA and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we got a full lineup tonight. But first and foremost, hey, what's up, Kim? Amir, what's going on? Rick Wiz, what's up? And Jumpman Eric, man. We got everybody in here tonight, man.
Yes,
Let me
sir.
see. Oh, you like that intro, Mikey? Sick, boy. That intro, boy. That intro was lit. I guess D didn't like the intro.
He ain't like it.
He said, I don't like the intro.
Ah, man.
All right, so hey, D, you didn't like my intro?
Talking to me.
You didn't like my intro? I see you left.
I'm back.
Oh, okay. Hey, what's up, the real with Rail? What's going on? And all right, man. So let's go ahead and get off into it. So I got MOB right next to me. What's up, MOB?
What's up, sir?
Jones, as always, from day one. We got my man No Boy Dewan. So we know he's a Seminole fan. And then we got Chuck, all that Rocket gear. I mean, it is what it is. Oh, MOB with the Rocket gear also.
Yes, sir.
And then we got LBJ the GOAT, aka Smooth 23, who finally pulled up, man. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute. He's been rocking with me since day one. Him and Tim been back and forth on a lot of stuff when it comes to LeBron. So he just wanted to come on and ask a couple of questions. So let's go ahead and start it off. Let's start it off with some of these questions that Tim been waiting for. So, my dog Smooth, you got the floor, man.
All right. Well, first and foremost, KICKnology, thank you for having me on today. Watching you guys get on every single Monday during quarantine, it's something to look forward to. I appreciate you. Congrats on hitting 3K. Everybody on that chat, please hit that like button. I heard it goes a long way. I don't know if that's true, but I guess it is.
It is. It's true.
And And definitely, Kicknology, thank you for having me on. I appreciate all of you here. And now let me get to Tim. So Tim, I just have a question. I feel like you're very knowledgeable. I know you're a very big MJ fan, and I respect your opinions. But I kind of feel that you don't put enough respect on LeBron's name, especially when it comes to like the GOAT discussion. So I want to ask you why, because you know what's gonna happen once he retires. You're gonna miss LeBron, whether you're a fan of his or not. You're gonna miss him. So why isn't LeBron? I mean, maybe he'll never be in MJ's level. I mean, for you. But why isn't he up there? Like, what else does he have to prove?
Ooh, good. Well, let me go ahead and answer the question, brother.
He's so ignorant. I
appreciate you coming on the show, brother, and everything that you said, man. It's good to see you. It's good to see you on the live. So check it out. I don't have any hate towards LeBron. There's been many great players that have come and retired throughout my lifetime. And what I will say is when LeBron leaves the game, he will be missed. Will I miss him personally? I mean, I don't know. I can't say that I miss Magic Johnson. I can't say that I miss Larry Bird at this point. God rest Kobe's soul. I do miss Kobe. You know what I mean? But LBJ, I'm one to give a brother his flowers while he's still here. So he's an incredible player. He's a great facilitator. He has some shining moments as a leader, but he should not really be in the conversation. That conversation on that chat, probably some months ago now, really should have been between Mike and Kobe. And, you know, maybe throw in another old school name as opposed to LeBron. So
why do you say that?
Why do I say that? So I say that for a number of reasons. Like I said, he's spotty on the leadership. I think we've got enough evidence of that. You know, I think he's one of the top players, yes, of all time. But he's not the greatest of all time, okay? He's going to be, for me, he's in that top 10 range, okay? But he's not in the top 2 range. At the end of the day, rings matter, okay? They do. And, you know, the reason why Jeremy, Kicknology, is so ecstatic about this bubble season, asterisk, is because he wants his Lakers to what? Win a ring. If it wasn't for the ring, he could have cared less, like many other fans, if there was even a bubble season, right? So in the end, rings matter. And Jordan's record is it's almost spotless, man. And so I appreciate you again, man. There's no hate from me to LeBron. It's just the fact that his resume just doesn't stack up. And
so, hey, question, Tim. Tim. So when we talk about rings and resume stacking up, it's other older players that have more rings that have good resumes. Should they have been? Should they be mentioned with Jordan, or is still they shouldn't be mentioned with Jordan?
I like I said, I think in that previous episode that we did, I think it would have been a better conversation to have Jordan, Kobe, and someone else from that old school that had comparable amount of rings and or more to have that type of discussion.
So after he retires, let's say just to throw it out there, let's say LeBron.
You've already done this what if before. If LeBron wins 5 more rings and has more rings.
No. If let's say he wins 1 more ring, just 1 more, he retires 5-6 years from now, he's done. He's been retired 4 years. Then do you think somebody could mention him in that conversation? Career's over with, has another ring. Do you think somebody could mention him in that conversation?
If those variables happen, sure. At that point, we can do another live and have a conversation then. But at this point, we can't have that conversation.
Hey, some people beg to differ. That's why we all got opinions. That's why we got this live to be able to debate it. So, with that being said, I got a lot of comments. They talking about my intro because that intro was fire. Hey, for real. Hey, what's up, Joker Nation? Hey, game time. We about to talk about this beef. I feel like that's Tuesday night basketball beef. That's Big Al. Big Al and Dewan. Hey, you missed the intro. Don't worry, man. In a few minutes, I'll roll the intro again, boy. D got juice. Congrats on some 3K. Late show finna play. We need to get. Hey, yeah, man. Yeah, hey, we gonna get it. I gave you a wrench, bro. I went deep down in the toolbox and gave you one. LeBron can't be the GOAT with the way he's been playing. Hey, he been playing.
Talk, Amir.
Facts.
Behind. Yo, pass the mic. What up, everybody? What's up, Greg? No. Hey. You got a lot of people that's gonna disagree with you, Smooth. But hey, that's why it's your opinion. You feel me? That's why it's your opinion. Tim clowning. Tim was huge LBJ when he was with the Heat. It post. Hey, it's Tim.
Greg line. Hey, Greg got a hot 16 bars too. For the freestyle episode.
I would not miss LeBron. Oh, Greg, speak on. Greg, speak on.
Man, don't buy into this foolishness.
LBJ the GOAT, man. They think you comical. All right, man. I got a lot of comments in here. All right, start with Kobe. Whoa. Don't get the blasphemy, man.
Man, somebody about to get kicked off.
Hey, that boy Mikey 6 said LeBron top 50.
That's disrespectful.
Oh.
Can I just say something real quick?
Go ahead, bro.
So LeBron took a 2007 Cavaliers team with Ilgauskas, Drew Gooden, Delonte West, and a whole other no names that we don't that probably played in the league for like 5 years or less. He took them to the finals against the Spurs. Mm-hmm. Obviously, they did not win, but he was, I think, 22, 23 at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 2015, when they went against the Warriors, Kyrie Irving was injured, I believe, for that finals.
Mm-hmm.
And they still went to 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then it had to take Kevin Durant was so scared of LeBron, and Draymond Green was so scared of LeBron that they have a conversation in the parking lot, and Draymond is begging begging Durant to come play for Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it took to beat LeBron in the finals. Jordan never, with all due respect to Jordan, never faced a team like the Warriors.
I'm gonna pass this one over to Dewan.
You got exactly.
Hey, LeBron begged Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh to get together too.
He did.
I'm just saying. So I'm just saying.
And then the competition in the East wasn't the same.
And the East was weak. First of all, the East was weak, like Chuck said. But then LeBron begged Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh to make a super team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I just want to add one thing too.
No, I get it, but it's a different scenario though. Kevin Durant lost to the Warriors.
I'm gonna go back because they'll tell you I'm a little older, so I'm gonna go back because I get with this argument, and Tim always gets me right on it, man. You talk about LeBron had no names. I go back to like 80s, 90s, but my favorite player is Charles Barkley. They all know that. Name the 5 starters against a Jordan championship team. Name the 5 starters on the Phoenix Suns in 1992. Hardly anybody asked that question to. They can't do it. I'm gonna name them for y'all. Other than Kevin Johnson,
Marley.
Kevin Johnson, Dan Marley. Danny Ainge was 102 years old. Mark West. People don't even remember who Mark West was.
I do.
Richard Dumas was a druggie. So, in essence, what I notice about great players, and I do, and he's my favorite player, you got to be able to take your team over that hump. Michael Jordan, he wanted to play baseball. As Dewan just said, LeBron went to form a super team. That's not great player status, man. That's not what you do when you're a great player.
Well, let me say this real quick.
Yeah.
I think the league has changed. So we kind of like discredit a lot of these players for what they do. They buddy. That's just what they do.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, is LeBron a hell of a basketball player? Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. No doubt.
But I think when it comes down to just the overall leadership role, and we watched him develop, he did come into the league a lot younger. Kobe did too. It took him like 5 or 6 extra years. They relied on that just natural athletic young ability. It took them a little bit for them to mature. Jordan came into the league on a whole different level than what they did. So I feel like he established himself quicker, and he was dominant from day one. LeBron was kind of just like, I'm just gonna come in, dunk the basketball, athletic, King James, and that's just what it was. And then he kind of formulated once he got with D Wade and other people. It didn't take that with Jordan. It didn't take another person for him to get motivated or for him to get better. He just wanted to be better. And then with Kobe, he just wanted to be Jordan. Period. Point blank. That's what it is. So I feel like Jordan, I don't know any other player had their own motivation like that, and they perfected it to the point where their game was just like, it was just flawless. If you really look at it from all aspects, the game was flawless. But I mean, that's just my opinion. But I don't discredit Kevin Durant. I don't discredit any of these guys. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Hey, I got a job, and if I can get all the best people that work at Walgreens at my store, hey, I'm taking all of them there. And when my bonus big, y'all can say whatever y'all want to about me on the live stream. I don't care. I don't care.
To smooth to your point, though, man. And all the fellas had great points. I just want to round out, and this is just my personal opinion. They might not agree with this, but my personal opinion is those accolades that you were speaking of. I don't give the accolade, the flowers for making it to the championship.
Right.
You got to win it. So all that who he carried to the finals through the East, yada yada, that doesn't really mean much to me. And because if he carried them to the finals and didn't carry them through the finals, he didn't actually achieve his actual goal. So I hear you, but that doesn't hold a lot of weight with me when people say, oh, well, he took this team and this person was hurt and they made it to the finals and they took them to 6 games, but they didn't win.
Okay, so let me read these comments because we got like 20 of them, man. My bad. So we got what's good? Beating Golden State was LeBron's only highlight moment. A moment Kobe had many. I think he's referring to this statement that Rick said. LBJ was never the Pippen on a team like Kobe was the Shaq. But I want to rebuttal that statement, but because Kobe literally pushed Shaq out of the way so he could win without him. That's how bad he wanted to prove people wrong. I'm not saying I wish he wouldn't have, because hey, that's Shaq and Kobe. That would have been a problem for some years. But I mean,
but even Shaq knew he couldn't deny Kobe's greatness.
Yeah. So gentleman Eric said 1 Jordan, 2 Kobe, 3 LeBron. That's not a bad list. Out of the East. Out the East, was trash, bro. The East always been trash. Yeah, true. LeBron took bums to the finals and won. And he's always had no names for basically half his career. So I mean, you like I said, it's one of those things. And then Jumpman false. I love the one. Oh, here we go. Coffee with the phone. Let's go Rockets. Hey, don't be logging into your work IP address and email to get another Rockets fan on here like you've been doing every week. East was weak since 2002. Bro, you know how many stars and Hall of Fame Jordan had to beat to win those rings.
That's what I'm. Yep.
Ron is the GOAT. 30 and over is MJ. It's all about the person that's playing during a particular time in a person's life.
Yep.
Hey, but Smooth, you do like the way LeBron got his number though, don't you?
Yep.
Man, Jordan was a snitch. MJ was built by the league, not him building the league. Don't worry.
I just feel, man, like a lot of the people talking and saying all of this about LeBron, like once he retires, you guys are gonna take that all back. Trust me, you're gonna take that all.
I will say this. I feel like a lot of people after Kobe, a lot of people said they wouldn't care if Kobe wasn't playing anymore. After Kobe stopped playing, I heard a lot of people that said all that to me for years because I'm a huge Kobe fan, saying, "Man, I actually miss watching them play." I think if you like the game of basketball, whether you like a person or not, just from the competitive aspect, you gotta miss the LeBron versus the Warriors games after we don't have them anymore. It was some good games. It was a good entertaining series. So I mean, maybe you don't like a person. I wasn't a big Charles Barkley fan, but I do miss the Charles Barkley and Jordan games because he's a hell of an athlete. I hate Karl Malone. I miss his game. I would love to see Karl Malone back in the NBA. I would love to see.
But you made one mistake. Rockets and Golden State Warriors were the better games, not the Cleveland Cavalier. And it was the Rockets. The Western Conference Final was always the real game, man. That was second fiddle, man. That was second fiddle, man.
Hey, I don't know when the Cavs came back. That was a hell of a series.
Yes, you're right.
That was a hell of a series right there.
Let me say this one thing I want to say about LeBron versus MJ to you, Smooth. You made
that got up in the microphone, boy. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on, Chuck.
Full screen.
All right, let me say this to you, Smooth. Since you made that argument about LeBron losing to the greatest teams with Golden State with Kevin Durant, you also have to remember when LeBron was with Miami, they were the greatest. They supposedly had the greatest team, but they lost. They were 2-2 in the finals. How are you going to lose to the Dallas Mavericks? He settled. LeBron settled. That's what happened. He settled. He deferred, and he made a terrible mistake by doing that. Then comes San Antonio. He deferred. He felt like he didn't want to play anymore with Chris Bosh and D Wade, so he just let San Antonio win. And that goes back to the fact that Michael Jordan has that instinct factor. He has that instinct factor that killer instinct factor to where he's going to win no matter what. LeBron doesn't have that. LeBron has that Magic Johnson mentality to get people involved during the games. And I'm going to make a ton of money. I'm going to make a ton of money outside of the court when my career is going on and after my career is over. That's what his mindset is.
Is Chuck in Houston?
Yes, sir.
Yo, Chuck, I know somebody has told you this. You repping for Bun B. Did anybody tell you look like Bun B?
No.
Oh, Chuck B. Hey, Chuck, change your name to Chuck B.
UGK.
All right, so hey, we're gonna finish these comments and then we're gonna start talking about Dame. I want to hear y'all comments about that. Hey, it's got even worse. Skip Bayless and Dame off into it. We got baby mamas and sisters and mamas off into it. Like we got all kind of crap going on with this. Look, we need to stop acting like, oh, hold on. Let me get this down. Hold up. What's up, sis?
What's going on? What's up? You know, I thought I heard somebody say something about Golden State, so I knew you were going to come on. You know,
we here.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
Come on. Hey, as soon as I heard that Golden State, I was like, I kept looking in the background. I'm like,
yeah.
Where D Reed at? Hey, chat. D Reed is a Golden State fan for real. Like she was a Golden State fan before all the everything got there. She was a Golden State fan. She been there.
Yeah,
She was run TMC Golden State fan or a little later?
Mark Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah.
When he was the coach, got you.
Yeah.
So so D Reed, since you came on, let's go ahead and ask you. We got Smooth in here. You know, Smooth always in the chat.
That's right. What's up, Smooth?
What's up?
I don't know about the name tag though, but go ahead.
So whenever we talk about LeBron and the GOAT conversation, what is your take on it? I know you're not a LeBron fan, but I also know you know the game of basketball as well. Also, so
okay.
What do you think?
Oh, okay. Let me just say this. Statistically, I feel like he's played more games that will allow him to be at the top of every statistical category known. Okay. Now I'm not trying to say it's his fault, But let's think about what MJ did in the time that he was in the league. Not to mention, this man went and played in college and won a championship. So I feel like the numbers are a little skewed. That's how I feel. Now, do I think that he is a great player in this era? Yes, hands down. Nobody can deny that. Do I think that he holds the clutch gene? No. Anytime that you're going to pass it to Haslam in the corner for the game winner, you better stop it. You better stop it. Okay?
Anybody but Haslam.
You are an absolute freight train who nobody can guard, but because you are not confident enough to stand at the line and knock down free throws to close out a game, you rather defer to anybody else on your team. Okay? So he does not hold the clutch gene by any means. Now, is he going to make the right basketball play? Outside of passing it to Haslam, yes. Okay? He will probably make the right basketball play, but when I think of the GOAT, I think of somebody who wants the ball in their hands with the game on the line, who can seal the deal for me. Hey, the stats tell it all. Jordan went how many times? And he won how many times? LeBron has gotten the teams there, but he cannot seal the deal. He has needed other guys around him to sacrifice who they were in order for him to emerge and come into being a great player. He couldn't do that on his own. He had to have that around him. Now, is the man the best GM, owner, coach, and player?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
All in one?
Yeah.
Facts.
He can recruit like hell, boy. I mean, that man can make any mid-season trades and everything. I don't see how he be pulling that crap off, boy.
But this year, he made a very big mistake. You went and you got older. And then you also went and picked up your friend, J.R. Smith. I don't know why you did that.
Hey, listen. Yeah. Listen. J.R. Smith was the best option after Avery Bradley decided he wasn't going to play this year. We didn't have no more options, man.
You already got Jared Dudley.
It was very Doughboy. That's very Doughboy.
Nelly Dudley.
He wearing stomach girdle, man. Hey, he's the only person that looks like he has on a hoodie up under his basketball jersey.
And that's why I struggle with the Lakers winning it all, because I feel like they have to have AD at this point, and if he gets hurt, they in trouble.
Yeah,
they both hurt right now.
We got the full panel on here right now. So all right, I'm not even gonna ask Greg to say anything about the LeBron argument because we're gonna be on.
He already had his time on that. Yeah. He already spoke on that.
30 minutes. Hold on, let me take this off. All right, so now can we get up into some of these discussions about? All right, chat. We're gonna start talking about this Dame and Patrick Beverly and Paul George beef. All right, so. Chuck, you always explain very well. Explain for everybody that don't know. Explain what's going on right now with Dame and the Clippers.
All right. So the other day, the Trailblazers were playing the Clippers. It was down to about a minute or 2 minutes left. Dame did something that he doesn't normally do. He missed two free throws in a row, and it caused them to lose the game. And, of course, right after that, Paul George and Pat Beverly thought to themselves, oh, let's talk some trash about beating Dame Lillard now, when clearly Dame Lillard beat them in the playoffs, and he came back at them right after that in the media.
All right, so hold on, we got some people in here. What's up, Biz Law ATL? Hey, we appreciate you at least stopping by. We appreciate it. We know you don't like the basketball talk, so we appreciate it. How can he pick JR after he forgot to score? Dude, that was crazy. All right, so Wayne, girl, boy, so you ain't gonna say it? You just gonna post it? Come on, now, don't get me in trouble, man. Don't get me in trouble. Let's see. We got something called Dame got punked, but he sure in hell showed up the next day. I don't know if he got punked, man. He was pissed, man.
Yeah, he did get punked.
He did get punked, man. Patrick Beverly just a little gnat. You know what I'm saying? But hey, so what do y'all think? Do you guys think that the Clippers feeling, not so much the Clippers, do you think Paul George and Pat Beverly feeling themselves? Because you know Dame done put them out of the playoffs a couple times. He hit some daggers on both of them, so it ain't like Dame ain't did his thing to him. But what y'all think?
You know, I think the competitive juices are flowing right now. I wouldn't say the Clippers are you know, feeling themselves too much. They just, hey, you know, that's how they feel right now. You know what I mean? When the dynasty, you know, when we going up 15 games and nothing, we still talking trash, and the opponent should be talking trash right back. So it's I like the energy right now because I don't think we get a lot of this as much in a normal season. They got to be careful because Dame is one of them people where, you know, you say something that he can put on the bulletin board, almost kind of like Mike. Just give him a little bit of something to hold on to, and he's gonna try to kill you with it. And I promise you, if the Clippers see the Trailblazers, Dame gonna do everything in his power to hit that last shot in PG-13I yet again.
Yep.
And from half court.
From half court?
Yeah, like Booker did today.
Booker, man, we're gonna talk about him too.
Blue.
We're gonna talk about him too.
Man.
So Jesus said Paul George forgot Dame shot that game went over him in that Thunder series. Yeah, that might be the reason why he's talking. I don't think.
Yeah, that's why he's talking. Like both him and Patrick Beverly got kicked out by Dame Lillard, and in the playoffs, they're both bitter, and they're showing it in the bubble right now because they want to come after Dame when Dame missed a couple of free throws in a regular season game. What did he do? Like. Show me what you're gonna do come playoff time. Show me you're gonna make a bunch of clutch baskets and lock down on defense. Dame comes at it when it comes playoff time. He's gonna be clutch.
Yeah, it just sucks that he's meeting the Lakers first, and the Lakers gonna put him out. That just sucks, man.
Okay, but when Dame did that to both those guys, they were on separate teams, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So they feel like they have the right to talk when the forces are combined, because now they have an understanding of they got multiple people that they can throw at Dame. Okay, it ain't just gonna be one body. The Clippers got a couple people that they can throw at him. Now, am I saying that they're gonna absolutely shut Dame down? I'm not saying that. But are they going to make his night harder? Definitely.
Of course.
The Clippers team is better than both of those individual teams that Dame punished last season.
That's true. They are. Hey, but hey Tim, did you say last week the Lakers in trouble? I'm saying Clippers in trouble because they look just as bad.
I done told y'all all these old bodies look bad, man. Y'all kept saying, oh, yeah, they had time to rest. Corona. Okay, I kept telling y'all.
Hey, don't worry about it. They going to them strip clubs. They're going to be right by them.
That workout is completely
Hold that sign again, Greg.
Hey, the fryer's off tonight, baby.
Man.
Fryer's off tonight.
Yeah, they ain't got beef with everybody. I think because he rapped. I think they mad at him because he got bars.
Yeah, and dang, his mixtape come out Friday, man. So he just needs some couple extra tracks, man.
Facts, Jeezy.
And a side of wings to go with it.
Man, hey, Chuck wants some of the wings, boy.
Hey,
no, sir.
Hey,
once you put your finger in the wings, boy, you in trouble.
Boy, he better not feed him that. He's gonna be on the couch tonight. You already know.
I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about
them. See, kid, you can't even blame it on me tonight. I ain't saying nothing.
I ain't talking about them at all. Hey, so far, let's talk about TJ Warren. So this guy has been like unconscious. Like no matter who he plays against, this man just putting up buckets, man. It's crazy. So do you guys is Indiana even like what seed are they? Like I wasn't even paying attention to Indiana, to be honest with you.
I think they're like 5, I believe.
Look at you, like I'm paying attention to Indiana.
they're a 5 seed, right? Right. Well, yeah, because they all locked up. It's a 5 seed.
Mm-hmm.
So they will be playing who first in the playoffs?
So, the Heat right now if it ended.
Yeah. So 4 and 5 play each other, right?
Yeah.
It
Bucks
will be the
one,
Heat and the Pacers.
Bucks, Raptors, Celtics, a 3, Heat a 4, Pacers 5, Sixers 6, Nets 7, Magic 8.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the Heat in Indiana. What y'all think?
Heat up on them right now by 10.
Heat all day right now.
Okay.
Heat all day.
Listen, there's something to say about a group of role players that want to play hard and don't care who is the shining star that night. There's something to say about a team like that, y'all. Now, am I saying that the Pacers is going to be solid throughout? I'm not saying that. I think that they're still very young and unexperienced when it comes to that. It's been a very long time since they've really been in the playoffs like that to have the experience. Your superstar is coming off, and we can't even call Victor a superstar yet because he has not come into his own. I don't feel like that injury kind of set him back a little bit. So I just really feel like they might stumble along the way, but I think they're going to give somebody a good series. I don't think they're going to get blown out by any means.
I tell you one thing, boy, TJ finna get paid.
Oh yeah.
If nothing else, he gonna get paid.
He ain't gonna get paid the max. I'm gonna tell you that.
Nah, it ain't.
Not dealing with Indiana, you not.
Nah, I mean it ain't about a lot of NBA players are overpaid in my opinion. So overpaid. Yeah. He might not get the max, but he'll get overpaid.
So how many is it? Does everybody agree that Heat gonna beat the Pacers? I mean, I think everybody agrees.
Yeah.
I got the Heat. I got the Heat in that one.
Give me a
4-2, 4-1, 4-2.
Oh, that's so disrespectful.
Yeah. I'm with Bell on that one.
So disrespectful.
I think TJ's gonna have a good series, but yeah, I think Miami's gonna pull it out.
Yeah. How many games, Chuck?
I'll say 6.
6.
Okay. 6.
Yeah, 6.
I'm gonna get Indiana 1.
Okay. And I'm gonna come on this next show.
D-Reed, that's your squad?
Hey,
I'm from Indianapolis.
Oh, you know what? I'm from Kentucky. I hear it in your voice.
That's right.
Okay.
Hey, D-Reed, Jeremy's because Indiana beat the Lakers the other day.
Exactly.
I don't care about that. I'm just saying the truth, man.
TJ Warren was manhandling them boys.
Yeah, Lakers won't make it to the finals even.
No, they in trouble.
Hold on.
He's so salty. Oh my god.
Nah, that's why Toronto is still winning with that Toronto team ball. So Kyle seems to think that the Clippers have no chemistry right now. That they just kind of like discombobulated that they're not going to do well in the playoffs. What y'all think about that?
Where's Montrez at? Is he hurt, or is he
He's hurt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he's dealing with a don't quote me on it, but I think he's dealing with a hamstring issue.
Oh, okay.
But they expect him to be back if they make it out the first round.
Oh, okay. I think he's part of the engine, man, that makes them go too. So
I mean,
so you don't think they'll get it together in the playoffs?
I don't know, man. They looking a little discombobulated now, like Jeremy was saying, man. Them, the Lakers. Ain't nobody gonna say it, man. But again, I'm a realist. Right now, you got to say it. The Rockets are looking the best in the West. Nobody's gonna say it because I'm on social media with these haters all day on Twitter.
No, hey, I disagree with that. Phoenix looks the best in the West.
What?
Nah.
Devin Booker.
That's because they 6-0. Who they playing, man?
Hey, it doesn't matter. Aren't
they fighting for the last place?
Yeah,
they only one game out. Yeah, they only one game out. So they might beat the Lakers, Tim. They might beat the Lakers in
I think any of those teams in the West can beat the Lakers right now. Okay, the Rockets, the Suns.
Say it again, Tim.
I said any of those top teams in the West can beat the Lakers right now. They can.
Any of those
the Lakers don't look good.
Any of those top teams can beat any of the teams in the West right now. Thanks for stating the obvious, Tim.
Any of the top teams can beat the Lakers.
I agree. And any of the top teams can beat the other top teams too.
Hey, the team y'all sleeping on is Denver.
Nah.
Y'all sleeping on Denver, man. I'm not saying they go into the finals but nobody y'all underestimate them because they're not on TV.
Bold. Hey, I got NBA Pass, man. I watch all them games, man. They all right.
They on my team.
You passing on Denver right now.
Yeah. The only reason nobody's talking about the Rockets is because the history, right? We know the last couple of years. I mean, again, Tim was with me. We was one hamstring away from taking down the best team in the West. Tim's face when we was at Hattie's, he was looking at me.
Hey, Mark, say the team. Who was the team?
Hey, it was the Rockets, Chris Paul, game 6 or 5, really. 5, because we played 2 games without him. We were going up 3-1.
To be who?
3-1. And the hamstring, Tim was with me, and he was like, MOB, you might have this one. He actually said that to you. Y'all might have this one. And when the hamstring pulled.
What team was they playing against?
The Golden State Warriors in 2000. Chuck remembers in 2017.
What was the outcome?
We lost. One of our best players of the year. We lost. Yeah.
You want me to tell you why nobody's talking about the Rockets?
Why?
Because we're trying to find the balls for them to play.
Come on, man. That's not happening this year. Chuck, handle that one, man. Chuck, tell her how they're playing this year, man.
Smart.
That's not true anymore.
It's not enough to go around.
Chuck, go ahead, Chuck, man.
All right.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Listen, the Rockets, they're not going to go all the way this year. We've talked about this before.
Yep.
The team they're playing isn't championship level. Of course, they keep trying to copy off of what Golden State does.
Right.
But the problem is Golden State mixes it up, like depending on the matchup. Like Draymond plays the center sometimes, but then depending on the big man, they'll switch it up and have an actual center on that play.
Golden State plays deep.
Right.
Yep.
That's right.
And I said it before. I think they'll be lucky to make it past the first round. And if they make it past the first round, then they did better than I expected they would. But yeah, I see them facing up against the Lakers or the Clippers, and I don't know. I don't see them beating them in the playoffs. I'd have to see to believe it.
All right, well, Westbrook going to blow the game and Harden going to go ice cold. So I mean, like you said, Mark, it's everybody's going based off of the previous history that we've seen.
Yeah,
I think
I get it.
To see something different.
Yeah.
James F don't like. He don't give a F. He don't like him. He said 20-second dribble.
He don't dribble no more like that. See, people ain't watch. What gets me, and I just said this to Tim the other night. Tim was watching. James Harden is playing differently. I don't know why people keep saying he's dribbling. He's passing way more than he's ever. And I know we got. Go ahead, Tim.
Look, I feel
he's
like maybe people aren't respecting what you and Chuck are saying because you guys are Rocket fans, right? So you're gonna put on for your team. I'm no Rocket fan. Mark knows that best. We've had many battles verbally about this. Okay. I will say the other night when we were talking, okay.
Mm-hmm.
James he is playing a little differently, right?
Yes,
not offensively so much. I mean, yes, he's still doing his do-si-do the rim or the back shot, but he is passing a little more. And the kicker is he's playing defense, okay? Mm-hmm. He's playing a lot more defense than he's played in the past. I said this before the bubble ever started, which was I felt like the Rockets would be a problem inside of the bubble just because you're in a new environment. You don't have the home team crowd, all of that. Small ball and two really aggressive guards who can score the ball is a problem. And I think they're showing that they are a bit of a problem. I know somebody's going to mention D'Antoni. It'll probably be Jeremy. I'm in the same bucket with Jeremy as far as D'Antoni. He's not a great coach. He's a terrible coach, actually. But this particular type of bubble scenario might work to his advantage and make him look better than what he actually is. But we all know he's terrible. That's what it is with the Rockets. I do think they have a very good chance just because of the way they're structured, and they cause matchup problems for many teams, with the exception of like one or two. But they cause matchup problems.
You just said it yourself, Tim. Like, I'm sorry, Jeremy. I was just gonna say this real quick.
Go ahead.
And you just said it. Like, the biggest issue with the Rockets is D'Antoni. D'Antoni cannot make adjustments.
Yep.
He is as stubborn as can be.
Facts.
He just keep going. A lot of times I'm like, why don't you call a timeout to regroup? But he's like, no, keep playing, and then all of a sudden they're down like 15 points.
So I guess my issue I keep having with everybody keep talking about this bubble style basketball. This is my issue with that statement. Okay, we've been playing some basketball a little bit. We're gonna get up into the playoffs. Identity is identity, like regardless of the situation. Eventually, when you go to your lineup that's gonna be for the playoffs, this is gonna be your lineup, and you're gonna expect this to work. No matter if you're in a bubble situation or not, you're going to be facing the same team for 7 games straight. The coaching strategy is going to be set for that team. Everything is going to be lined up for that team. So what I'm saying is this. Now we just said D'Antoni is a terrible coach. He can't make adjustments. At the end of the day in the playoffs, it ain't going to be what we see right now where he's out there letting them play free. He's going to start having to coach this team a little bit more to go against the Lakers or to go against the Clippers and stuff like that. As good as I think the Rockets are with all their pieces, I don't see him with the pieces that D'Antoni's he has some great teams. Like, let's keep it 100. He's had some very good teams. Amari Stoudemire when he was the Rockets. When he was with the Lakers, he had Kobe, he had Nash. The first time Kobe ever had a point guard. We seen what happened with that. It was the same style of basketball. He wanted everybody to stand behind the 3-point line. I just don't see how we can keep saying this bubble situation, and we're not gonna expect a coach to get in the bubble and coach. Like, that's still gonna have to coach.
Well, Jeremy, I think the point you're missing about what I keep referring to as the bubble is, as I said earlier when I was talking to Smooth about rings matter, environment matters. Okay, no, these guys they're used to playing in a certain environment their entire career. This is completely new to them. They can't go out and go to the strip club to relieve some stress after a bad game. They can't go, and get their chicken wings or go down, fly to Vegas and go play some slots. They can't do all that. So because the environment has changed, their mentality is changing a little bit. It has to change, and the nuances of how they go about their day has to change. So yeah, D'Antoni gonna have to get in there. Yeah, wings, thighs, all of that. They got it. They missing it.
No.
Because of that, things are going to be different. Period.
Yeah, but I just don't see how all that trickles down. In my opinion, I don't see how all the environment stuff like that. Still, when you're on the basketball court, each player has their identity. Like, period, point blank. And you say that environment means huge. So let me ask you a question. If MJ was to be in this bubble, will we still not expect MJ in the playoffs to take over a game when he needs to take over a game and do what he needs to do? Will we still not expect Phil Jackson to run a triangle offense perfectly in this? Like, we would still expect those things. So what I'm saying is, how can we now say this about these other teams that it's different because of the environment, but we still got a coach out there calling plays and coaching them? Like, I don't understand how going to the strip club, not being able to release stress determines a coach coaching a team. I'm just not following it. I guess maybe I'm just dumb.
The coach can't go to the strip club.
Well, first of all, can they not go, or are they just not being caught going?
They can't go.
Yeah. A little of both.
Come on now. Come on now. We already know that conversation. We know what
I'm pretty sure if they wanted to sneak out that bubble,
man, we know what they're doing already.
And they grease the right palms, they'll be all right.
This is what I think is wrong with men's basketball. And this is across the board, whether you're talking about college or the pros, is male coaches get the opportunity to mess up time and time again, but they still give them jobs. This man does not need to have a job. And if he does, he doesn't need to be a head coach to be someone's assistant. But because of his name, because of the jobs that he's has in the past, and because of the players that he has had in the past, that will forever allow him to have an opportunity. And I think it's absurd. Give somebody else a chance. Give somebody else a chance to prove that they can win. Because I just think that his way of doing things doesn't work.
Hey, Mark, I got a legit question for you.
What's up?
So if do you feel like when Chris Paul went out, if y'all would have had a different coach that last game, that things would have been different, or do you just feel like that's like they was gonna shoot that many threes against the Warriors that last game?
Here's what I think about coach. I think if Chris Paul, no matter Danto, I think we were up 3-1.
I agree on that.
We 2 games at home. See all that. The thing that people are forgetting, everybody laughed at that game where we shot 27 threes. Chris Paul wouldn't have allowed that. Chris Paul, again, people forget the game against Utah where he waved Harden off. That's what we needed. We needed a floor general for that series. I'm just talking about 2017. I don't think it matters. And to me, sometimes we overrate coaching. Phil Jackson, right? I always hear this. Phil Jackson was a great coach. Well, yeah, he had Michael Jordan on his first stop, Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, Dennis Rodman. And then, I'm going to retire. And then I'm going to wait till the Lakers fire, I think it was D'Antoni. And then I'm going to go pick up Kobe and Robert Horry and Shaq. And so I think we overstate coaching sometimes in sports. But Phil Jackson was great because of the players that he had. So to answer your question, I think D'Antoni, it didn't matter in 2017 because Chris Paul was mid-range. You remember that year? He was mid-range. He wasn't shooting a lot of threes. He was our mid-range, and that's how he pulled his hamstring. He did a little twist turn in the paint, shot, and when I saw him go down, I was like, it's over. I knew it was over. I looked straight at Tim. I was like, Tim, it's done. So I think we would have beat.
Honestly, I thought he was going to come back and attempt. I thought he was
Me too.
Come back and attempt. Because I feel even if he would have did it a little bit, then maybe, you know what I'm saying, maybe would have changed the offense a little bit, and they could have put it out. But I really thought he was going to come back and
Me too.
And play some.
I thought he was going to rip it. I thought he was going to play until he just tore it. And, if I tear it, I tear it all the way through. And
I still think the Warriors paid him off.
Come on, man.
I'm serious.
Yeah, man. CP got some money for that game, man.
Here y'all go.
Money, man.
Yeah, so I just think coaching is overrated, man, sometimes. Again, coaches, you're better with great – we always hear it. You're better with great players. Utah was great because they had – Jerry Sloan gets a lot of credit, but he had Karl Malone and John Stockton. And, you need 2 or 3 superstars to win championships, man. You got to have 2. And that's why I always go back to my Phoenix Suns in the 90s, man. It was Charles Barkley and –
nobody.
Name them. I always say that to people on social media. I'm like, and they come back to like, well, he went to the Rockets, and I'm like, Charles Barkley was on his last legs when in 1999. You talking about when he went to him and Hakeem and Drexler were and Pippen? They were all 40 something. Like that don't count. That's not a super team. I can tell when I'm talking to a lot of like young kids. And older people because they're like, he went to a super team when he went to the Rockets. That's not a super team.
He went to a get paid team.
Right, exactly. Right.
Hold on now. We can't say coaching is overrated now. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on now.
For some,
hey, coach, tell you be coaching though.
Steve Kerr would not be great. Steve Kerr would not be great without Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
Hold on.
He wouldn't. You saw. Matter of fact, we've seen it. Klay Thompson and Steph Curry are not playing, and I think they're last in the West.
You have to understand. Okay, so let me say this: if coaches are overrated, then why do we have coaches in general? Just let the players go out there and do their thing. Then
they do it most of the time. Let me
tell you what a coach is gonna do.
How many times do they run set plays?
Let me tell you what a coach is gonna do. A coach is gonna manage those egos. A coach is going to make a good coach in-game adjustments in order to put their team in the right position to win.
So why is Steve Kerr doing that now if he's such a great coach?
You said Steve Kerr is a great manager of egos.
What is he doing now, though? What is it producing?
Of people.
What is it producing?
But did I ever say that Steve Kerr?
Hold on.
I think I told y'all this before.
D, let me help you out. D. Reed. Let me help you out. Kerr took a break. Just like the players, they out for the season. He took a mental break. Now I'm gonna go ahead and disagree with y'all on this because coaches matter. And they do, okay? I disagree about the whole Phil ain't great without the players. Steve Kerr ain't great without the players. No, those guys have to manage those players. And if you look at you can look back in the books and see other coaches who had some big egos that was not able to manage those people when you thought they should have won, right? And that's because coaches do matter. So I have to.
So that's the coach's job. A coach's job is solely to manage.
It's not solely, but that's a big part of it. That's a huge part of it. Look at the Last Dance. You got one man running off to Vegas in the middle of the playoffs.
Here's where I always give y'all.
I give all that back in.
And DeWanda, we're not talking football, but I'll give you a perfect example. This is what I always say. Jimmy Johnson, again in the early '90s, put a team together. They won Super Bowls. Jimmy Johnson left. Barry Switzer, who was a totally different coach than Jimmy Johnson, did the same thing. He took him to a championship game his first year, and then he won the Super Bowl the next year. And the players will tell you it didn't matter. It was more lax with Barry Switzer, and Jimmy Johnson was more of a stringent, you run the play the way I run it. So I just gave you an example. Two different coaches had the same outcome, and they managed the same personalities.
But was the system already in place? And this is what I've
said.
Mark Jackson came in and he created a system.
Right.
Okay. So Steve Kerr stepped into a well-oiled machine.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
He didn't have to do anything but manage the players around him. Now, I've said this before.
That's the definition of overrated.
We will see what Steve Kerr is about when he doesn't have to manage as many superstars. But you will never be able to take a team and send them out there and say, go play, because they will not know what to do. I don't care how many superstars you got. They're going to have egos.
Players matters. He said coaching matters. Players matter.
I agree with
Go ahead,
I'm
DeWan.
going to tell you now, being a player on the team. Go ahead.
No. Both of y'all have good points. I was just to Mark's defense, I just got one example, and I can relate it to football. Miami 2001, when Butch Davis left.
Bush Davis.
He left, and he left it to Larry Coker. Larry Coker was a trash coach. Trash. But with those players, all he did was send them out there because he didn't know what he was doing. But no, D. Reed, you still have a point. I understand what you're saying. Yes, coaches do manage the game. So both of y'all have good points.
So let me say this. Hold on. Let me finish this. I think that I hear your example, DeWan, and I feel you. I agree with you. But we don't know how much that prior coach had instilled into this team to get them to have a foundation. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
So they went out there, but they went out there based on a foundation. So this is what I say about coaches. So I think a lot of us, for us that's in manager positions, we can. It's so many times people can say, "Oh, this person can." You don't need that person, and everything will work fine. If you got the right people in place, everything's gonna work fine. But at the end of the day, no matter if you have superstars on your team, if you have great players on your team, LeBron could be out there every single night doing what he does, and he might bow down to a lot of the coaches. But it's things that happen. It's things that happen off the court in practices for those bench players that the coaches are doing that LeBron don't have time to do, that he's doing other things. You know what I'm saying? So it's the intangible things that coaches do, not just on the court. We can't just look at it from an aspect. So I do think coaching really, really matters. I do think it matters.
Did everybody play ball? I think everybody on here played some type of.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna tell me you always had a coach? I can see it in Jeremy, and I know Tim. Tim, you just didn't get the. Man, forget what coach is saying, man. Give me the rock. Let me do my thing. Or was it always?
No, it's gonna be times like that. It's gonna be times like that. What I'm saying is that a coach has to, for the whole team and not the star players, a coach still has to keep that team together. You know what I'm saying? And it's things that they do. And it's things that they do off the court that's not on the court, or even on the court. Maybe pulling a player when some coaches are bold enough to pull up a star player and sit them down for not for that game, but for that person, because they know that superstar's personality and they know it's best for them. I'm gonna pull them to get them mad so we can have a conversation later. So it's mind games. Some coaches are good at that, and I feel like that's what a coach does. They make the smart decisions for the best thing later on down the line. That's like I said, it goes with great parents, leaders, presidents.
I will say this though, like when it comes to college ball, you do need a great coach like Krzyzewski, because he's able to develop the talent as well as bring them to the promised land. But in professional ball, it's you need the great players, and like D. Reed said, you need somebody to manage those players to help them get to that point. So I think that's one of the key differences between like college ball and pro ball.
Smooth, what you think, man? I forgot you. Man, what you think about coaching?
I would say that I agree with D. Reed. You need I think a coach is it's like the leader of the team. Like, yes, we talk about players being leaders, like LeBron. Even though Tim doesn't think he's a great leader.
Tim smiled as soon as he said that.
I see a coach as a leader. The coach comes up with the game plan. He or she knows what to do at what specific time. And also, let's not forget about the role players. I feel like the coaches bring out the best out of the role players as well, in my opinion. So I think you need a great coach.
That's right. I want to know
right on cue, my brother had to say something crazy. But
I need to know what college y'all playing for on scholarship that you gonna say, forget what coach talking about, and give me the ball, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm telling you right now, that scholarship next year ain't gonna be in your hands.
Mine was. I played D2. American International in Springfield, Massachusetts.
Okay.
And there were times where I mean it is. Yeah. But
because at this D1 level, I promise you not talking about forget what coach saying. Because coach gonna say, I just told you for the last play, I drew this up on this board and you disregarded everything I said. Now we're gonna have a conversation about it. Now, if you hit that shot, we can talk about it the first time, but I promise you're not going to get 2 and 3 times to keep on disregarding what I drew up on this board.
Scottie Pippen did it with Michael Jordan. Yeah, Scottie Pippen did it.
This is my check. We're talking about a coach, a college coach. You said
college. Okay, college. Yeah.
That's that scholarship, baby. We pulling that all day long.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. I agree.
What's up, optimistic? What's up, gang? What's going on, man? What's up, Trey? What's up, Trey? Hold up. Somebody's name is LBJ the GOAT.
Man, stop playing.
That's D2, buddy. LOL. Big fats get fit. Man, I don't know what my brother be talking about, man. Hey, Chuck, right on cue, man. He gotta come in and say something crazy. Hey, so
man, put Jeff on the panel, man.
Huh?
Put Jeff on the panel.
Man, you don't want that, man.
Twin brother.
Hey, he a big. Hey, if you talk about coaching, he a big Greg Popovich fan, man. He probably have a lot of choices.
That's the ultimate coach.
He's a big San Antonio Spurs fan.
I agree. See, y'all misinterpreting. I think there are coaches like that. I just don't think across the board there are coaches like a Greg Popovich and those type of coaches.
I will say this.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes
sense. I think now
You don't need coaches, period.
I kind of came off that way. I did.
Yeah, I think now more than back in the day, coaches don't get the respect that they used to because teams are willing to. It just seems like that players know that they can go on a professional level. Players know that they can go. They can kind of get their contract any way they want to get it. They can team up with super teams, and you really some of these teams really. Let's be honest with you. I kind of feel Mark. Some of these teams they stack so much. Like the Warriors, literally, I know Kerr coached them, but that team, it was, dude, man. You put KD in the block, and it was just like. I think that's
what I meant, Jeremy. Like they really didn't need the coaching. So I'll rephrase it. Yeah. But you have to manage the personalities. I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, you definitely have to do that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's a lot of ego. That's a lot of ego.
Millionaires all on one team.
Ooh,
yeah. Hey, MOB, I think he's asking you, did you play basketball or football at MOB?
I played basketball.
Okay.
But it was D2. So it's true. It was different than D1.
Is top 5 coach of all time.
Yep.
What's the topic? I'm late. All right, so now the topic is I think Chuck wanted to and Phil want to talk about some college football, man.
That's Dewan's turn.
I'm just gonna say roll tide, and I'm gonna let you know the rest of it. Okay,
cut her out. Cut D Reed out.
I'm gonna go ahead and head on that roll tide, baby.
Hey, I appreciate you. Hey, I'm gonna holler at you because I'm gonna try to do a Tokyo raffle, so I'm gonna holler at you about that.
Okay, y'all have a good night, y'all.
You too.
Right,
good chatting, good talking.
And coaches' lives do matter.
All right,
thumbs up.
All right, so let's get into this college, man. Are we talking college football or what we talking? Because I know.
Yeah, football.
Football. Okay. All right, go ahead, Chuck. Holler at me. What we talking about?
All right, so it's looking more and more like the college football season is gonna get canceled, maybe pushed back into the spring season ball. But correct me if I'm wrong, Tim, but I think like the Big Ten is looking like they're gonna back out of it. I don't know about the SEC and the ACC. I think they're still trying to push forward, but it's not looking too good.
So
hey,
there
MOB,
was.
He said D2 still legit. If you play any college ball, you got some game. So that explains those deep threes you be shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, MOB has some game, Kyle. MOB can play. Come out there Tuesdays with us, brother, and join us.
Hey, roll tide.
No, nothing about that roll tide.
Big Ten canceled, Chuck.
Yeah, Big Ten canceled.
Yeah,
there was an emergency meeting on yesterday between the Power 5, the heads of the Power 5 conferences. I think there was one this morning as well. We don't know the results of that yet, but they were basically talking about how can they really push forward at this point. Like Greg said, the Big Ten did cancel, and it looks like they're going to follow suit. I would expect that by the end of this week they will have canceled it.
No, they so the SEC is holding firm and the ACC is too. They want to play, so that's why the Big Ten is kind of like backtracking. So they didn't necessarily say they won't be a season. So
also,
because
I'm trying to jump in. But let me ask y'all a quick question. I don't know if y'all heard this one. Coach Kim, what's his name? Saban out in Alabama. Mm-hmm. He goes on and say that the kids are safer playing football than at home running around.
I agree.
The QB from Clemson said the same thing.
I agree.
Whoa, you agree? What you mean? You agree?
Listen to what he's saying though, bro. He's not saying necessarily on the field. He's talking about at school, because at school they're all together. They're not going anywhere. Let them go home. What's happening in the world right now? Everybody's out and still partying, and they're getting the virus. They're not quarantining. So when they're in school, they have strict protocol. So what he's saying, he's not saying on the field they're going to be safe. He's saying while they're at school, because if the season's canceled, guess what? They're going home. They're going home. A lot of these kids ain't even got health care at home, right? Because a lot of them come from where?
But see, here's the thing, though. Like, you're not
from corona at home. I mean, at school.
At school, you know, there's nobody on campus. It's just them, the athletes.
Yeah, but they're not going to be stuck in a bubble all the time. They're going to go out and party.
No, they're not all going out to party. Florida State ain't partying.
But
Florida
They
State
going to a strip club. No, they going to a strip club.
They're going to find some wings somewhere.
Tim, you know there ain't no strip club in Tallahassee.
No, there is one in Frenchtown. Okay.
I mean, there's some quote unquote traveling strip clubs in Tallahassee, but that's
all right, man.
Different time.
Dang, man. Y'all always got to get on the strip club. Baby, it ain't me. It ain't me.
Club, the grab. Oh, my bad.
Wow.
Dang.
But no, that's my take on what he was talking about.
But I feel like this though. You have to look at where these conferences are located at. Like SEC, ACC. I don't mean to go political, but you got to look at who dominates those states, as opposed to Big 10, Pac-12, and who dominates those states. So
that's a great point.
Yep.
You got to look at that.
I agree with Chuck, but also Chuck, there are teams like Nebraska, Michigan. They trying to find options outside of the Big 10 because they want to play.
True.
So, I mean, I definitely understand a lot of those states are considered, the deep South, quote unquote. But, I mean, I'm like this, man. If you went to any college and you played any sports or you're around the athletes, you already know they're already in the bubble. You just think about that in context. Even though you see them at the clubs, but how often do you really see them at the clubs? During the season, if they at the clubs, they probably getting in trouble later on. You know what I'm saying? So when you commit yourself to athlete at a D1 school, D2, D3, whatever, and you have a program that's like a well-oiled machine, you already in the bubble. You getting up at 6, 7 to practice, you going to class, you in study hall, you in breakfast and whatever else that they do, athletic for those kids, they already live in the bubble. So
but the problem with that though is Greg, is you got to look at the fact that they're not isolating from other people. They're not. They're going to hang out with the girlfriends. They're going to hang out with the boys, and those are the ones that could be the carriers, and they could end up getting it from them.
I mean, I agree. I mean, because we don't know, but you have to think about it. Nobody's on campus right now, so in the matter of it really is who's sneaking in and who's sneaking out. I mean, that's kind of like what it boils down to.
So jump in, Eric. I put this up here. He said, what if they only play conference games NCAA?
That's what they're trying to do right now. Well, Big 10 was trying to do that.
Well, they all playing conference games right now. Well, that's.
What do you guys think if they just cancel the fall and play in the spring? I think that would be a better option.
No, because then you're putting wear and tear on the bodies. So think about the people that are eligible for the NFL. You're going to turn around. You're going to play a spring schedule. The NFL, the commissioner already said he's not pushing back the draft. So you're going to play a spring schedule. Then you go right into combine, then mini camp, and then right now you're playing the season again. So you're losing all of your star football players on the college team because they're not playing spring. Okay. Justin Fields not playing spring. Sunshine from Clemson, he's not playing spring. Florida State, Marvin Wilson is not playing spring. So that's just my take.
One, don't you believe that these guys will have to make adjustments for the time frame that we're in? We've never been in this type of pandemic, right? Well, in our lifetime.
Asterisk.
And as much as the commissioner,
say that again, Jeremy.
Asterisk.
Yeah. This has been around before. That's my take. But go ahead, finish it.
So
sorry.
So, with that being said, though, what if the NFL is holding tight right now? What if that changes? If that changes, then and they say, okay, we're gonna push it back. Well, then the players are gonna be like, well, absolutely, I'm gonna play.
That could happen. That could happen.
That's what I'm saying. Is I think it's hard to kind of make these type of determinations right now because we don't know. It's going to be up in the air until something gets a little more definitive as far as health is concerned around the world.
So I mean, is it really going anywhere in the spring too?
I mean, we don't know. Let me ask a question. This could be both on the collegiate and NFL level. As you can see, there are certain players on both levels that have been opting out to play for this season. So my question is, are you better off just playing or sitting at home? Because truth be told, they're saying there have been cases of people just sitting in the house. You see what I'm saying? You know, sneaking out maybe walk around the block, go to the grocery store. I mean, are you better off just going ahead and play, or do you agree with these guys who are opting out?
I think it just depends on the situation, me personally. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go finish. Go ahead, Chuck.
Okay, I just think it depends on the situation, like how that person will be able to handle controlling themselves from not being susceptible to the virus. Like if like some of these players are opting out, have real legitimate reasons to do it because they're looking at their families. I think one guy, correct me if I'm wrong, Jeremy, this one guy from the Patriots, his mom has a
no more. I don't know.
that's wifey, man.
hey, look at me.
But yeah, like one guy has a situation with his mom. He just had a baby like a couple of weeks ago, so they're like different situations these guys have to factor in. Whereas, and then to the money, like some guys are like they may want to wait until next year to try to get a new deal and not put wear and tear on their bodies. So it just all depends.
So I think just from a coronavirus type aspect of it. Hold on, my camera went out. Hold on. Hold on. Let me switch cameras.
Oh
boy.
My battery died on that one. So let me go to this. All right, cool. My battery died on my other one. But anyway, so I think from the virus aspect, the thing is this: like they keep saying, be susceptible to it. Like we got people that have no choice but to go to work every day, and they're out and about, and some people are getting it, some people are not getting it. Nobody knows what's going on with this virus. We're just doing the best that we can during this pandemic. Like, let's keep it 100. Like I'm telling you guys, from a pharmacy aspect, every day is something new that they're trying, and they're telling you it's going to work. No one knows. So with that being said, I really 100% agree with Chuck when he says it's based on the personal situation. Each case is different for everyone. That's why I don't knock somebody for if they want to play or if they don't want to play. Because if they're healthy, alone by themselves, and they're not going to be around family, and they want to carry a football or a basketball, hey, go ahead, do it. Now, if they have their mother staying in the house, a little bit older, they have respiratory issues, stuff like that, I feel like that's when they need to start asking themselves, okay, do I want to put my family at risk? I got a new baby, so on and so forth, my kids. I think that's the thing. But it's really going to depend on a base by base. I think that's good that they give people options, in my opinion. At least give them the option. So should you cancel the season? I don't think you should. You should at least give them the option. That's just my opinion on it. Because to be honest with you, nobody knows who's going to get this virus. Whether you tell somebody you create a bubble, you don't create a bubble, like no one knows. So we just guessing out here. But
that's true.
That's my opinion.
So I agree 1,000%. Man.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you guys. I think the one person that you were kind of mentioning, Chuck, was Marquise Goodwin, and he was saying how he opted out because him and his wife had several miscarriages. They just had a premature baby, and the baby, has some immune issues already. So, why would he really chance at missing out on another child by possibly infecting that child by his coming and going on the football field? It's definitely a personal choice. I agree. If you're not going to be around family and you feel like you want to take that chance, and go for it. But to those people, there are some that could be taking that chance and don't really know that they might even have some underlying issues, because some of those underlying issues don't present themselves, especially for us as Black males, until later on in life. Until you get past 40 in your mid 40s and 50s and things like that, and you get a routine checkup, and you got something that's been passed from dad to dad and generation to generation that you never knew you really had. So it's a personal choice.
And for a lot of people, they're looking at it as like they could not play, go to the grocery store, go out and still get the virus. You feel what I'm saying? So they're looking at it from that aspect, because that can possibly happen. So they're like, okay, well, I might as well just go and play the game. I might get it anyway. So I don't know. It just, like I said, it depends on each person, but that Rona can stay away from me.
It's tricky, man.
I go to Walgreens and these people be in there. I'm like, bro. I'm like, go put on your mask. Then they want to do this. I said, nah, go put on your mask.
I ain't no mask. Hey, Jeremy, you sounded like Martin. That ain't no mask, man.
That ain't no mask. I had this one dude. He come into the store today. I was like, you got your mask? This man took off his hat and said, I said, come on, bro. I said, come on, man.
But that's what we talk about, Jay. That's the ignorance, man. So you got people that believe it, and you got a whole crop of people that believe it's a hoax still, man.
Man. Oh no.
Hey, can we get regular sick now? Like, can I have just a regular cold?
Right. Nobody's getting a cold right now.
I got a cold right now, but
man, it's funny y'all say that.
Now I got corona.
Man,
it's funny you say that. If you wake up, I don't know, like say if you sleep bad or you got the fan on high and you wake up and you can hardly damn breathe, now you think you about to die.
Yeah.
Right, Greg. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep. It's true.
I go to my store if my allergies acting up, I don't even want to leave my office, bro. Sorry, no. They're gonna be like, I'm like, nope, ain't leaving the office, man.
Hey, funny you say that, Jeremy, because Sheree's allergies were acting up. Throat started hurting. Guess what? She went to go get a COVID test. And I'm like, you're fine, right? Sure enough, she's fine.
You got to try everything before you go into that lab. That's like the green mile going to get that COVID test. It's real, man. I'm talking about if you wake up sniffing, you got stuff in your eyes, whatever, man. Y'all better try every home remedy before you go down and get that COVID, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
you got the test. You got the test, GB?
Nah, sir. I'm like, man, I'm talking about my ear got to be falling off or something before I go get it. Bro, I'm saying, man, but it's crazy. It got everybody on edge, bro. Everybody that I know that that's around me in my circle, they like on edge. It's crazy.
Yep.
I don't know, man, but we just gotta try to be safe, man. I can't even front though. I wish we could be back out playing basketball. Like,
man,
if they could come up with some way that we could actually do it, and we feel comfortable with, I promise you, I would do it. But I just know, man.
Hey, for y'all ballers, it's where I live at is a court over here. Not in my complex, but it's like one that they use in the back. Man, listen, bro, that thing be packed. I ain't even playing. Because you got cats out there who playing those athletic masks, with the filters and stuff.
Yeah.
You got some people who ain't playing with masks on. Like I seen a brother out there playing. I ain't know if he was playing baseball, football, or basketball. He had the gloves on and everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's still moving.
He come out there with surgical gloves on.
I'm just saying. It's people doing it, and then it's, you know what I'm saying? Like I see people, they got this on the sideline. They doing like this, throwing it up like LeBron. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
The funny thing about it is, it's some people that we used to play with. They used to shoot like they had on surgical gloves, and they didn't.
Oh man.
Who was that?
It's like y'all can play basketball, but it just depends on. I guess it just depends on the individual. I respect both sides, like people who don't play and play. I'm not the person to judge anybody. You know what I'm saying? I always say whatever choice you make, just make sure you be safe, as safe as you can as an individual, because you can't always depend on the other person to be safe with you.
Yeah.
So, but like I say, man, that court, I'm talking about they got downs, they got the board up there, everything.
Yeah. You know, see, and that's my thing. I would never want to put anybody else's family at jeopardy, so I wouldn't want to play because of maybe we're all good, but if I was to some way, some shape get somebody else sick, or because of me being at my job, you know, because I am out every day at my job, and then to leave straight from my job to go play basketball, I wouldn't do my fellas like that. Out of respect for them, I wouldn't do it. You can ask them. As soon as the virus started happening, I was like, all right, y'all. Not coming, not coming. Because like at my job, I was hearing about it like every single day. They was like pushing it. So I was just like, man, I didn't know what was going on with it. So I wish this would have happened when I was losing them 17 games. That would have stopped everything. That would have stopped everything, boy.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. Like I can't even do what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's still doing it, but it's just the fact that I don't want to be in the building taking their money and then get home. You know, and I got two daughters. You know what I'm saying? And they got a mama and whatnot. I just try not to get nobody sick, man. I'm like you, Jeremy, man. It's whatever.
Hey, Smooth, you play ball?
Yeah, I play ball, but honestly, I'm better at baseball, man.
Okay, that's what's up.
My guy.
I can't stand baseball, bro. my dad, he loves it. Like he loves baseball, but I just, man.
Yeah. I'm Dominican, so it's in my blood, man. But
hey, let me tell you what happened. So I went to visit Massachusetts, right? And my brother-in-law took me on the T. I didn't know what a T was. We call it a train. He kept saying we going on a T. I'm like, okay, man, what is this, like a fast car or something? It was a train. Y'all, you know, they call it a T up there. So anyway, we go and we go to Fenway Park. We going to a baseball game. I'm like, all right, cool. We're going to this baseball game. We get out. We at the baseball game, man. We're in the parking lot. And people are like throwing beer bottles at me. They like yelling at me. And I'm from down south. So I'm like, because I'm black. I'm like, these people, like, they pissed me because I'm black. All of a sudden, my brother-in-law takes my hat and he throws it on the ground. Everybody starts clapping. Bro, like when I say I don't watch baseball, I don't watch baseball. I had on a Yankees cap. They was pissed that I had on a Yankees hat. And then I'm like, dude, I'm talking to my brother-in-law. I'm like, fool, you let me come out the house to a baseball game with this? Yeah, like, I didn't know. Like, dude, they was literally clapping and cheering. Bro. Like, when I say they was throwing beer bottles, like, they was throwing bottles at me because I had on a Yankees cap, man. It's crazy. Like, y'all baseball fans on another level. I like my Lakers, but dang, man, like.
Hey, Jeremy, this is what you should have done when you turned to the crowd.
Hey, for real. I might throw a beer bottle at Tim, but I ain't gonna throw nothing at nobody else.
Nah, yeah, baseball pretty rowdy, man. Wherever you go for the opposing team. But I grew up on baseball, man. I played all through high school.
Me too.
I turned down a full ride to play at FAM and went to Florida State. Walked on, blew out my knee. There it is.
Oh, damn.
At least you went to Florida State.
You had a full ride for baseball?
Huh?
For a full ride baseball?
Well, I had one at I got offered twice. I had two offers. I had one at Shaw University, and I had another one at FAMU, but I didn't go to either one of them. So,
man, what you play? Shortstop, big stop, tall stop?
Play second base.
What was it?
Second base.
Second base.
Man, Mark, you play baseball too?
Yeah, I play right field. All through same thing. All through high school.
Yeah.
Right. Basketball. I played football, basketball, and baseball, man.
Yeah,
since I was like 10, 11 years old, man.
I did my Usain Bolt, boy. I ran track and field and did shot put.
Yeah,
that's what I did growing up.
Track was heavy too, man. Track was a lot of people to track. I just couldn't run like that, man. I got to run with a purpose. Like if I'm a run, I want to run to shoot. I want to run after I hit the ball. Exactly. I want to run after I get an interception and score a touchdown. Track to me was just like run.
You got to think somebody chasing you, man.
Right. Yeah, so.
Hey, where I grew up, you ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah.
You just go run, you know what I mean? But man, that's cool, man. I'm like Mark with that track, man. I was only out there because we had to.
Right. Yeah. It was.
But
Battle
man,
lacrosse that season too. Yeah.
I got mad respect for people who run track though. Mad respect.
Yep. Same thing. I always say that, man.
What position did you play in football, basketball, man? Let me know.
I played. Oh, go ahead.
Everybody hates the Yankees except for New York. Hey, Mark, you're a Yankees fan, right?
Yeah, I'm a Yankees fan. Yeah.
So
football, I played safety and corner.
Okay.
Dewan noticed. Yeah, and baseball, I played right field, pitcher sometimes, and then football. Basketball, of course, y'all know I played point guard and shooting guard. But in 10th grade, like my junior year, my freshman year, I played quarterback. But this superstar came into our high school and just took that over, man. So I was like, okay, I'll be on defense. He just came and took over the quarterback role. But yeah, man, it was me. They talk about you was married to sports. Like I was married to sports, man. Married to sports. That's what kept me out of trouble. If I didn't play sports, no lie, I tell you guys the truth, I would have probably flunked out of high school. All of that, man. That's what kept me like grounded. Sports.
Yeah, only thing for me with sports, it was many a times that I wanted to quit just because of the racism.
Yeah.
Because of the racism, you know, playing baseball and you the only spot. Sometimes that's tough, man, on a kid.
Yeah,
and then on a kid and you good.
Yeah,
and those other folks, man, they call you all kind of names, man. It's crazy.
And that's the thing. I grew up in New York, so it was reversed. So it was like 85% African American, and then about 10% Hispanic, and then it was only about 5% Caucasian. Yeah. So yeah, it was reversed for me.
Yeah, it was difficult because I grew up in West Palm Beach, you know, outside, you know, down there. So it was Hispanic dominance.
Yeah.
But man, all the rich white areas, that's kind of like dominated. Who dominate? At least I mean that's different, man. So it's like I got mad respect for all sports, bro. I mean, I've tried to swim all. I don't talk about just because you swim, you whack. Hey, listen, I know how to swim.
Sport. Yeah,
swimming is hard, fam.
I'm just saying, but people look at other sports like, you know, swimming, tennis, golf, all that. Listen, if you want your grass cut, I can play some golf. You know I could swim to save my life. I could play tennis, but hey, if you hit it too far, I'm gonna let it go.
So we got Amir did cross country. Eric was sprinter and relay. Kim Strong is a Washington Nationals fan.
Let's go.
You have in the baseball.
Let's go. That's that squad.
Joker Nation, I did that to okay. So he did sprinting too. Kyle was point guard, shooting guard. Now I'm a high school head.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Dude. How's it going for your school? Are y'all back or what's happening over where you at? Because I know where you are, but are y'all starting school back? PG for basketball, cornerback, and wide receiver football. Man, I played 1 year of football and I got fluid in my knee and they drained it and I had to wear a brace and I just stuck to basketball. Like I literally played like one game at Rogers Middle School and then I got fluid in my knee. One game.
And like in 8th grade for me, I was trying out for the basketball team, but the coaches really wanted me to play football. My mom wasn't having it. She's like, I'm not signing these papers. Like, I guess it was around the time my dad got injured back my 6th grade year. So I don't think she wanted that for me.
Hey, I'm going to tell y'all something about Chuck Deasy.
Oh, gee.
Hey, if y'all ever play this man in basketball, ain't nobody going to the basket on him. Mark. Let me tell you something, bro. Hey, let me tell you something. I ain't never seen nobody solid on D. Like you will hit him and he'll just be like this, and you will hit him and it's like you ricochet off of him like he got on like some type of suit or something.
Hey, Jeremy, remember that time we were playing at Cersei? I think it was back in 08, 09, right before Jeffrey got married. and this one guy was talking all this smack. We tipped the ball off. I think you were dribbling down the court. I set a screen for you. This is a big dude, like a football player.
Dude.
He bounced right off my chest and fell down.
Dude, and then, the funny thing is, when Chuck has set the screen and you turn around and look at him, he'll be like, hey, Chuck, why you mad, bro? It's okay.
It's man wrestling.
I would always pick Chuck up because the solid screens, bro, and they were legal. It was legal, but man, you never knew, man. You get knocked on your backside, boy. He'll knock the wine down. Like, I'm in Minnesota. What is that, Minnesota?
Yeah.
We start in a few weeks back in school as of now, but won't be surprised if we go hybrid. Man,
rest in peace, George Floyd, Minnesota, man.
Yeah, for real. Everybody's trying to figure things out. I played 2 years of football. I had concussions I had concussion. I couldn't play no more. Yep. Oh man, sorry to hear that, man.
Sorry to hear that, man. Yeah.
Chuck got clamps. Nah, them ain't clamps. Them freaking roadblocks, man.
Oh,
soccer. Hey, I tried soccer a couple times. Soccer hard, bro.
Soccer's hard,
bro. If y'all ever get a chance, man, if you've never seen it live, go see it live. And here in Tampa, go down and see the St. Pete Rowdies. They're always giving away free tickets. If you ever get a chance to go see it live, I encourage you to go. You'll have a different respect for the game.
Hey, my man is the you saw Sarasota Metropolis?
Yeah. I've heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah. They started up a league too. It's pretty cool.
It'll change your outlook.
Mm-hmm. It is hard, Joe Jeremy. You're right. Like,
yeah. Hey, are the schools and stuff? You said you're in New York, right?
Yeah, I'm in New York.
What part of New York?
What is it like down there? Like, and stuff like that.
That's where I was born, man. Yep.
Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So right now we don't know if we're gonna go. It's supposed to be a blended model, so we're supposed to go in person and also teach the kids online as well. I teach social studies, middle school, 6th grade, and 7th grade. And I don't know, man. I'm a little bit worried. I think if we do open up, I think the school is gonna be open maybe for like 3 days to a week, and then all these cases are gonna come up out of nowhere, and then we're gonna have to go remotely. So.
Yo, man. Yeah, that's what I think too.
Man, shit smooth, man. Mad respect to you, man. That's on the real. My girl teaches, and every day she walk out here, man, she damn near in tears because she's so nervous.
Yeah.
My daughter started school today, and I'm blessed, that is virtual learning, because she doesn't go to a regular like public middle school. She goes to one of the charter schools.
Okay.
But man, if anybody I don't know what everybody does on the live except for Jeremy and Tim. Now smooth, but man, if y'all nurses, doctors, whatever, frontline people of any kind, man, mad respect to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Down here in Houston, they're doing the same approach, like a blended situation. Luckily, my wife's a teacher, and luckily she's doing online learning on her end.
Yeah. And the thing that sucks about it is that like they shut the schools down when the cases were way less than what they are now, and now they're trying to open them back up. We can get up into a whole story about whose fault it is, stuff like that. We are, but it's so idiotic, and all this money if they're gonna send these kids back to school, they can provide childcare for these kids, so without parents having to pay for this, because it's putting people in financial situations like that they can't handle. I got a lot of team members that they are literally leaving the job because they gotta figure out how to take care of their kids, because their kids are not going back to school, or they don't have childcare for their kids because they don't want their kids to get sick. And you putting people in situations where they got to make the best decision for their family, and it ain't right, bro. But
it's crazy.
It's interesting that here in New York, there's no indoor dining, and the gyms are not open, but yet schools are supposed to open. Does that make any sense?
It's crazy. Hey, we're here in Florida. We got gyms open. We got gyms open.
It's a full go in Florida, boy. Florida dangerous.
And Cuomo was doing good, man. So I can't believe he is going with the opening of schools. He was doing really good with
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
You know, bringing the numbers down. We got, you know, we're not talking politics here, but yeah, like Tim's hat.
I got scared for a minute.
Stop it, Tim.
Yeah, we got DeSantis, who's a puppet, man. So we're not diving into politics, but yeah, that's our issue here in Florida, man.
I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not trying to be nasty and negative.
Right.
But man, DeSantis need to catch COVID, man.
For real. Right. We don't wish it on nobody for real, man.
But like I said, man, I'm not trying to wish it on nobody to be evil, but bro,
it's like you're right though. When it hits home is when people are like, you know,
some of the stuff that he doing, some of the decisions he make, I be like, man, what did you smoke last night?
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah, man.
You know, no, I mean, at least we got some sports to talk about. You feel me? So I mean,
yeah.
Something's going on. Well, man, we've been on here for an hour and 40 minutes, man. We gonna get off at Florida plays by their own set of rules, man. And y'all noticed that I didn't notice until I moved here. We always the center of a meme or a crime report or a stupid or something
video, something. Yeah,
center of videos, everything. I'll be like, hey, every time I go on World Star, I'll be like, God, please don't let it say Florida. Please don't let it say Florida. I'm like, man. Shoot, man.
Yeah, you gotta beware of Florida, man.
We say Chuck?
You gotta beware of Florida, man.
Yeah, man.
Tonight about Florida, man. We crazy, man. It's whatever.
Hey, move when the corona over, man. You gotta come on down.
Yeah, man. Sounds good. It's interesting. I haven't been to Florida. I've never been.
Oh wow.
Oh man. It's wild down here. Ain't nothing but strip clubs and basketball. Strip clubs and basketball.
The only thing I know about is the basketball.
Man, it's 49 states and then Florida.
I mean, for real, man. Out of all the states, Chuck, for me to pick from little old Arkansas to Florida. Out of all the states.
Hey, were you picking any other states? Was it between any other states, Jay? You're like, mine was between Georgia and Florida.
Hey, to be honest,
you couldn't go wrong either way. So
right, exactly.
To be honest with you, when we were thinking about moving, my homeboy Chris, he moved here. He was stationed here at the time. He's in the military. He's in Arizona now, I think. And we just moved just because he was here. We just loaded up a U-Haul and we literally just moved. Didn't know what we was gonna do. Like stepped out on faith. All I knew, my wife was from Massachusetts and she didn't want to be in Arkansas no more. And I didn't want to go to Massachusetts because it's too cold and I don't like the accents that they got there. So they can't even say car right. So I was like, you know what?
Car.
I'm not moving there.
You
so
always been in Tampa?
What happened?
You always been in Tampa?
Always been in Tampa. Hey, but I will tell you this: when I first moved here, somebody was like, "Oh man, my bike hurting," and I was like, "His bike." I'm like, this man in the car, he ain't riding nobody's bike. And he like, oh, my bike. And I'm like, oh, fool, you said your back. I'm like,
yeah, boy, you gotta have that Florida slang, boy, ain't nothing like it.
Yeah. He was like, my bike hurt. I'm like, what? Your bike got feelings?
They don't say ass, it's Ike's.
Yeah, man, I don't know what part of Florida they from. Like
down south, baby.
Man, then I meet you and Tim, and y'all don't talk like that. DeJuan don't talk like that. Don't none of y'all talk like that. But then, man,
my mama wasn't having that. My mama was not having that, bro.
For real.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny to hear people in Florida curse too, boy. They put some combos together. They be like Mortal Kombat when they be hitting you.
For real. Hey, so y'all know last time we was on the live, DeJuan was coming by to shoot or whatever. Hey, DeJuan inherited got some range on his jump shot now.
Look. Okay, why?
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm telling you, I'm shooting from half court when I get back out there.
But Dewan, I'm gonna need you to respect my daughter. Stop trying to check her because she wants to shoot in the same spot all the time. Hey, look, dribble. Hey, Dewan coming out there competitive. Hey, he like Amore. You ain't gonna move back. Shot again. He's looking like he wants to block the shot. To be honest with you,
but hey, Jeremy, did you see when Amore straight? I mean, she's like, you got to hit the backboard. Like, whoa. I like, man. Like, I ain't been playing basketball.
Man. For real. No. That was fun, though. Well, all right, man. We are going to get off here. Hey, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hey, Smooth, thank you so much for hopping on. Let me know if you want to hop in another time, man, because I know you was going to be in the chat anyway, but I appreciate you coming on and challenging Tim. I hope Tim answered your questions very, very fairly.
Good job, Smooth. Good job.
Thank you, guys.
Mm-hmm. But, well, what is my wife saying? More out there
giving tips.
Oh yeah, she was. She was gonna be like, nah, step back. You gotta hit the backboard. Hey,
yeah.
The backboard. She's like the square. You gotta put it in the square on the backboard.
Tim
and MOB. I could think about. I was like, more. That's all that man hit at the backboard. He hit about 6 rebounds on one backboard. That's cool. I need to go down there and try that food down there. Hey man, wait until the food tastes the same way as it does there until COVID stops. Let's just always love talking hoops, sports, secrets, even a little Rona. LOL. Hey, I appreciate you, Kyle, man. Make sure you tune in next week. Turn on your notification. We appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming on. And Kim, as always, I appreciate you always hopping on. Nation.
Hey, what's the specialty food down there in Florida? I went down there.
Cuban sandwiches.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, right. The one got it. Yep.
Bean, yellow rice, little Cuban.
That Cuban food. I gotta give me a Cuban sandwich tomorrow. I got to
get you a devil crab and a Cuban sandwich.
Oh my Lord! Change your life, Chuck. Change your life.
Dewan,
I got a devil crab.
What's up, bro?
Hold on, Dewan. How the heck you gonna play a game on our live? Hold on.
It was done.
Hey, I was wondering why we were seeing nothing but the ceiling.
The ceiling, yeah.
Hey, hold on,
man. He played. Look at him, Detroit. Oh man, I said the same thing. I was like, yo, I hear him, but I see the light.
Like, man,
ain't nobody use that one.
Hey,
this the PS3.
Oh, that's that tournament you said you in, or with the group of people you play or whatever?
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. Well, all right, hey, y'all don't leave this panel. Hey, Smooth, don't go off yet. I'm gonna get us off the live, but don't get off yet. All right, Kim, everybody, we'll see y'all next week. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but we'll figure it out later. All right, everybody. Oh, hold on, let me show y'all this intro. Hold on.
Oh my God, commercial break again, man. Pay the bills, hey, man.
Doctrine Nation. Hey, this for you, man. Y'all want to see the intro of my Tyrone Bigham voice? Y'all want to see it? Hold on, let me see.
We're gonna come with bars next week, man.
Hey, Mark, I need you to help me with it.
That's an old one.
Yeah.
Hey, we can do it, GB. You already know what we got.
Hey,
Freestyle Friday, golden.
Hey, y'all be cool for a minute and 20 seconds while we listen to it.
Oh my God.
Roll that.
I'll be right back. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to KICKnology. I'm your boy Truth.
I'm so glad I was spared, like the very last pair. When you walk into the mall and you think they ain't there, so you say a little prayer. You don't wanna be so vain, but if I get them in my hands, I'll give them the best care. Introducing a fresh new brand, following the dreams. Faith, hard work, and dedication is the means. If they fresh out the box, then you gotta keep them clean. There's a knowledge in your walk when you step on the scene. KICKnology, ain't no apology. Don't make it hard, man. It ain't trigonometry.
It's your boy Truth. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Rock what you like, not what's hype. Wash them hands, man, and remember, these shoes behind me, this shoe right here, are just bait. A way for me to share my faith. I'm gone.
You gotta be smart when you shop. Are you looking for authentic? If you aren't, then stop, cause you probably will regret it. We say no synthetic, no synthetic. go and get them. We got fat, we got you, never slack on the fruit for OGs and the youth. You can kick it with us too. Kicknology.
I'm good. Hey, let me tell you, boy, them
appreciate you, Kim. Hey, I appreciate you, Kim.
Hey, them Air Force, them 90s, man, Air Max, they go hard, bro.
Hey, did you get your daughter the snakeskin ones?
Oh, she got them herself. I don't have to do nothing. I taught her. Listen, she called me daddy. She got the fours too, the sales, all that.
Hey, man, these things right here, boy.
Oh yeah. Let me ask you. I don't know if you. It don't matter if you want to take it off live or on live. I just got to understand, man. I don't get all the hype about the ones, bro. Just break it down to me. You might put me on game, make me start, because every time I get a pair of ones, I'm looking for the flip.
So, hey, this is what I say about the ones, and then we end it. This is what I say about the ones. The Air Force Ones were one of those shoes back in the day that everybody, whether it was a low all white Air Force One, whether it was a low, it was a high, it was just that, it was that shoe for a lot of people. But they didn't do that many colorways in the Air Force Ones. The color blocking they don't do like they do on Jordan ones. For me, I was an Air Force One guy growing up. Like that's what I liked. Then I liked the Jordan ones, but it was even back then it wasn't one of those things they didn't retro on much because he was playing the game and stuff like that. It was just hard to get them. So then as soon as they start retroing, I could get them. I'm like, okay, instead of me getting the Air Force One, I'm gonna get a Jordan one. The color blocking is a little bit different. They're a little bit more comfortable than the Air Force Ones, in my opinion, for my feet. So I just stick with the Jordan ones. For a lot of other people, it's just the hype behind the fact that it's Jordan's first shoe. So that's why they like them. But for me, it's because they look so much similar to an Air Force One, but you got more options with the Jordan one. For me.
Respect. Now I mean, like every time any person I see that sneakers and they got the background like you or whatever, that's all I see on their rack. Majority. Yeah. I'm not saying they don't have other shoes, but that's just that's just their little silhouette, so to speak.
Hey, it's all right if you late, Easy TV. You real late because we about to get off here, man. But hey, I appreciate it, Rick Wiz. I appreciate it, Wyatt. And yeah, Joker Nation, we appreciate y'all. All right, we're gonna get off here this time, unless y'all want to see my intro one more time. Nah. All right, we out here, y'all. Hey, we'll see y'all next week.